Texas in the Civil War, Part 1, 1861 to 1865. Growth of a frontier state. Following annexation in 1845, the state of Texas grew rapidly. Texas was a frontier. This means Texas was the farthest part of a settled country. It was next to land that had not been settled yet. Many people continued to settle this frontier state. There were immigrants from Europe and settlers from other states in the United States. They all wanted to buy cheap Texas land. They wanted the chance to become successful. All new settlements caused problems for the American Indians who had lived in Texas for centuries. Settlers took over land. Settlers killed buffalo and other animals the American Indians depended on for food. Settlers built communities on land that was special to the American Indians. Many native tribes were mad and attacked settlers. The groups didn't live peacefully with each other for many years. Slavery in Texas. Many people who came to Texas made their money by farming. Some of these farmers had very large farms known as plantations. Here, crops were produced to sell. Many of these workers on these farms and plantations were enslaved African Americans. People in slavery had no rights or freedoms. They could not leave their landowner's farm without permission. Landowners considered the slaves their property. They were bought and sold and forced to work very hard. Some of the slaves worked in homes or businesses. Most of them worked from sunup to sundown in the dirty, hot fields. A few of these slaves were able to escape slavery. They traveled secretly to places where slavery was not allowed in the northern United States. As farms and plantations grew, landowners made lots of money. They also needed lots of people to work in the fields. These landowners brought more and more African American slaves to work in Texas. By 1860, about 1 out of every 4 people in Texas was a slave. The United States divides. Not everyone in the United States agreed slavery was right. Landowners in the South said they needed slaves to run their farms. They said they could not make money without these workers. But many people, especially those in the northern states, said all humans should be free. They did not think it was right for people to own other people. There were even people in Texas who were against slavery. The states were divided on other issues as well. Northern states believed all states should follow the nation's laws. People in the South disagreed. They thought all states should have the right to nullify or reject laws they didn't like. Abraham Lincoln became the President of the United States in 1860. He did not believe in slavery. Some Southerners were afraid he would pass a national law to end slavery. These Southern states began to talk about separating from the Northern states.